that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He's brought down.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Cousins now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They go play action with Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, they go screen pass to Hyde. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Taken down back at the
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Wilson.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Amir Abdullah deep from Minnesota. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the ball is knocked out. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4.
Jaron Reed on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll give to Hyde. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's the end of the first.
2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle 1st down.
7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 21-7. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Cousins from the gun on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It's a gain
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
34-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. He's coming.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Quinton Dunbar on the tackle.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake, Cousins. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Eric Hendricks in on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Vikings 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 31, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yards.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
18, Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
The Vikings.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Throwing again, Wilson. Looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A throw complete to Dorsett, and they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back 55, back 55. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the 2nd round, not the 1st round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
11 yards there, 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
At the 45-yard line.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Dalvin Cook.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball on that because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Pass intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time,
Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Play action now. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Carlos Hyde. His second touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Flush to his right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action now. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a second down and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score is Seahawks 59, Vikings 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
In on the tackle.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they give this time to the tailback. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 7. First down, Minnesota. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. Gun. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to 2nd.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
27, check Mike. Gun. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Watch a slat, watch a slat. Watch a slat. Hey, flipper. Undercrunch. Check.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Cousins again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, but it'll be second and goal.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the lane. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate. To the dream is bigger, only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts, competition never count. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what